These two cool with those glasses.
Yeah, man, why not? Why not? You guys are all flashing me, but might as well.
You guys go first. I'm still over.
All right, how you feeling?
I feel great.
A couple days away.
Yes.
You got a strategy?
Strategy? Yes, my strategy is to be extremely disciplined today and make sure I make this weight just fine.
Hey John, a lot of people, talk about this might be the one fight where we can see what kind of hands you have, where you have to use your hands on a longer basis. Do you feel that's true? And if you have to use your hands, how do you think it'll go?
I'm not gonna really make the fight all about using hands. I think I have a lot more tools in this fight to win the fight, and that's what I'm gonna really stick to. Alexander. I think he has a kickboxing coach this camp, but it's very, very clear to me that he spends the majority of his time boxing and working on his angles and working on his uppercut and his overhand right and his left hook and all this type of stuff. So where he's primarily a boxer, man, I really embrace the whole art of kickboxing, the whole art of everything that's not even kickboxing, like the in-between stuff. I'm not going to go out there. I'm not going to say that I'm going to try to box him the whole time. I'm going to kickbox him. I'm going to be like water. I'm going to do all types of unpredictable spinning elbows, flying knees, shots, fake shots, all types of stuff. So, he really needs to be on his game.
Jon Jones, how do you get in shape for one of these fights?
The way I get in shape is just where I'll take this thing off. The way I get in shape is just to, I do CrossFit training kind of. I do swimming, mountain running, sprints, weightlifting, do a lot of football drills, wrestling, jiu-jitsu, you name it. I really take pride in my training.
Does it ever get tiring to be world champion?
No, definitely not. It's never tiring at all, man. It's a great honor, and to be the best in the world, that's something, and to travel to different countries and know that you're the champion of the world, it's one of the coolest feelings that a young man can ask for.
I know, right?
Both show.
You have a variety of weapons. When you're in the cage, do you have sort of things you think you're going to use when you go in, or is it kind of more organic? It just happens?
Well, I definitely have a strategy, and I've trained more tactics than others to carry out that strategy. But a lot of it's organic, a lot of it's improv.
When you talk, before you were talking about Alex's boxing, and you were praising his boxing, but on the conference call the other day, you were kind of dissing his footwork. So it seems like you said look at his footwork, and his footwork isn't that great. I'm just wondering, it sounds like two different things that you're saying.
Yeah. Well, I guess before I looked at his boxing, I just kind of looked at it the way everybody else looked at it, like, wow, that's pretty good. But as you get deep into studying, you enhance your knowledge of what boxing is and what proper footwork is and technique is. You realize that, compared to a lot of these elite level boxers, I'm not fighting a former world boxing champion. I'm fighting a guy who throws punches. Alexander's boxing defense, I've said it a lot of times now, is not that good. And if he was the best boxer, he would have the total package when it comes to boxing, and he doesn't. He's a good puncher, he has pretty good footwork. Not a great boxer.
Would you ever consider boxing? Given your size and everything?
Yeah, definitely. I've been thinking about boxing a lot lately, but that's in the future.
Ron, speaking of boxing, a lot was made about what Floyd Mayweather was making for his fight.
Yeah, you guys do.
Can you talk about what you're making for this fight?
No, I tend not to. That was smart. I tend not to.
What about the fact that he makes that much money? Do you give that much thought? Are you in the same neighborhood, or?
No, I'm not even close to that. But I'm grateful. I never thought that I would end up in the position that I am today, and it's nowhere near Floyd Mayweather. But I'm not gonna judge my happiness over somebody else's financial situation.
You think you're rewarded enough for how popular you are?
Yeah, I think I'm really happy with what I get paid and what I think the top guys in the UFC get paid. Obviously, it's really not on the scale of a lot of other professional athletes. But with that being said, there's a lot of athletes that get paid a lot less than we do as well. So I'm grateful for where we're at. I know Dana White knows that the fighters could be upgraded a little bit, especially his top level guys, and that maybe he'll put thought into that and move in that direction in the future.
John, are you by any chance looking forward to seeing my grandmother again?
I would love to see your grandmother again. And how was her birthday?
Fantastic, and she's only coming to see you. I think there's something going on between the two of you.
Well, let her know I'm in room 708, and maybe I'll talk to her after the fight.
Right?
Jon, this is one of the first times that you faced a fight fighter who's taller than you and who's just physically as large as he is. How does that translate in terms of training and preparation? What kind of differences are there?
You know, it hasn't made too much of a difference. One way that has helped me is I know what I'm susceptible to being such a tall guy, and I'm kind of playing the devil's advocate here, and I'm thinking, well, with me and my body frame, what type of moves am I open for? And knowing these type of moves that I'm open for being so tall, I'm excited to execute these type of techniques on Alexander. So his height, you know, I know the tall man's pain, you know what I mean? And I'm going to use that knowledge against him.